I am a woman, not here to please you. It's time to move on, cause my time is now. I am a woman, play by my own rules. I got my 2 feet on solid ground. And then I take the first step, a million more. And I make mistakes I never made before. But either way, I know I made up my mind. I'm through feeling scared, I'm leaving all that behind. So I'm gonna let it shine on you. Make room for everything that's true. Do whatever I wanna do. And then I let it shine on you. No helping hand, no one to make me feel love again. I am a woman, coming alive. Gloria Gaynor, we will survive. And then I take the first step, a million more. And I make mistakes I never made before. But either way, I know I made up my mind. I'm through feeling scared, I'm leaving all that behind. So I'm gonna let it shine on you. Make room for everything that's true, yeah. Do whatever I wanna do. And then I let it shine on you, yeah. I am a woman coming alive. Gloria Gaynor, where was the fight? I'm gonna let it shine on you. I wanna let it shine on you. And I let it shine, shine, shine. I wanna let it shine on you. I wanna let it shine on you. Shine on you.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Woo, child, tired of the bullshit. Gone, dust your shoulders off. Keep it moving, yes, Lord. Trying to get some new shit in there. Swimwear, going to the pool shit. Come now, come dry your eyes. You know you a star, you can touch the sky. I know that it's hard, but you have to try. If you need advice, let me simplify. If he don't love you anymore, just walk your fine ass out the door. I do my hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Feeling good as hell. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Woo, girl, need to kick off your shoes. Gotta take a deep breath, time to focus on you. All the big fights, long nights that you've been through. I got a bottle of tequila I've been saving for you. Boss up and change your life. You can have it all, no sacrifice. I know we did you wrong, we can make it right. So go and let it all hang out tonight. Cause he don't love you anymore. So walk your fine ass out the door. And do your hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. And we gon' be on my hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. dancing if he don't love you anymore. Then walk your fine ass out the door. And do your head talk. Check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good. Head talk. Check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good. Head talk. Check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good. Head talk. Check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good. Feeling good as hell. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell.
Hello, hello, my beautiful people, my wonderful people from the radio app, from YouTube, from Facebook, from everywhere. Welcome back to Empower Hour with Coach Anna. I'm your wonderful Coach Anna. And I have today a wonderful guest. Her name is Andrea. Right here.
Hola.
Wonderful, wonderful woman. And guys, well, today we're going to talk about some empowerment, some beautiful things that she's been doing. She's been growing so much as a woman, as an entrepreneur, as everything. And I'm just excited to have her here and listen to her tips about empowerment too. So, Andrea, please introduce yourself to everybody who's listening. Tell us about yourself.
Well, thank you so much for that introduction, Anna. That's amazing. I'm really happy that you asked me to come here. I know you just started this amazing journey and you worked so hard on making your dreams come true. And every time that you have, invited people close to you to witness and also empower ourselves through your story is really amazing to experience, and that's why I wanted to come all the way here and feel it. So that's amazing. So I don't even know what you asked me, but my name is Andrea Pister. I'm an actress, storyteller, entrepreneur, former coach. I know you said something that like that earlier. Former kickboxing coach, and overall human, just like everyone else, figuring it out, making sure that I am living my dreams, staying happy, and being surrounded by people I love and love me in return.
Yay.
Yeah.
I love that, Andrea. And I'm happy where you are right now. Why don't you explain to us a little bit more about what you're doing, how you became an actress all of a sudden? I feel like that was such a surprise coming from you, but it suits you so well.
Thank you. Yeah, it's actually been a process for me to introduce myself as an actress first and most, because I've always been in the sort of like corporate world and looking to accomplish so many other different goals that I had at the beginning of my career, my life. Always envisioned a totally different life for myself that I'm manifesting at the moment. And I think it came with the desire of really feel free and listen to what I really wanted to do with this lifetime. And one of those things was, just telling stories and feeling the desire of being part of so many messages out there that can be told through a film, through just any type of story. I recently wrote a script for a theater play, playwright, and I was part of another accomplishment that I wanted to be able to feel that I could put all these thoughts in my head, all these stories that I have in writing. And that was really good. I actually took a course to put myself there, to force myself to do it, because I was just playing around and not doing it. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to put myself in this course. It was 8-week, like intense sort of like, I mean, it wasn't that intense, but it was really, they were like making sure that exactly. Because
never done it before.
I never done it before. And I wanted to do it. And I had so many moments of like questioning if what I was writing was going to be okay, or if, the world was ready to hear like my stories that like created from my mind and my soul and my heart. And also the discipline that came with it, because it's not just writing, it's also like understanding the characters that start talking to you and bringing life to, just what you have inside of you. Mm-hmm. And I think it comes, going back to the first question, like it comes with that freedom of knowing that, I am my own person, and there's so much freedom allowing yourself just to be. And that's what I think started happening with me when I decided to pursue my acting career. It was just something that I really wanted to do for a while. My mom keeps on going to my plays and my, watching films that I've been part of, and she's like, I always saw you, like you always like playing with stuff. Like I used to like have my camera and like make, movies with my toys, and like you always had it in you, but I never really pursued it. And so it's kind of like been one of those things that I just had to try it, and I just had to conquer my own fears behind that to just put myself out there. And it's been an amazing journey. I'm so happy that I did
That's
it.
so great.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here now.
Yes.
Yeah, guys. Notice what she said, guys, that she put herself there. She had the discipline, she had the vision, she worked on it. Like she had to empower herself to get there at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to go empower yourself to try something you've never tried before.
Yeah, I think that, the power that, and at least talking about my experience, the power that I feel that I have, it's always been there. It's always inside of us. I believe wholeheartedly that we have the power of do anything that we want, create everything that we want. We all are storytellers. We all create stuff. We're humans that come to create experiences and relationships and, anything that you want. But
You'll have the power.
we all have a power. But you gotta make sure that you just give it a shot. It's okay to fear, to feel fear, and it's okay to question your decisions. But those questions never go. They always stay there because your soul, the spirit inside of you is just asking you to fulfill your dreams, to live your life, to go after your passion. And you gotta listen to that. And when you find a way to, when you find the strength to just do it, and you start seeing the results, you start understanding that the power is within you. You just gotta keep on going, and then you get more powerful. It's like, okay, I can do this, and then I can do this. But then, of course, challenges get stronger.
Yes,
because you're not supposed to stay comfortable. So you're supposed to enjoy it, but when it becomes harder and harder, that's when you just know that you're expanding. I always talk about there's no comfort zone really for me. I came across this concept.
in the area that you are in, there is no comfort zone, or if there is, it's very little one, because like you constantly have to be chasing the out of the comfort, because that's where being an actress requires of you, what being a producer requires of you, seeing beyond the comfort zone.
Yeah. And I think that what I'm saying, like beyond the comfort zone, is because as you get more and more comfortable with what you're doing, with your craft, with your decisions, that comfort zone sort of like expands. I feel like it expands more that you step out of it. You just expand in it, because you can always go back to where you started.
But then you go back and you feel like this isn't enough.
But it's exactly. Maybe you go back to recover, and then you take like the strength to go, to take the plunge to continue. So it's like you're expanding what you're comfortable with doing. So it's I believe, this is my personal take, that it's okay to like feel the comfort, and as you expand doesn't mean you're getting lazy. You just like get more comfortable with the power that is within you, and you're owning it. And that's what I feel that it comes with trying different things, going from sales to kickboxer to managing a kickboxing studio and starting filming movies and this and that. So, and then writing scripts. It's all within you. It's all within me. It's all within ourselves. So you just gotta.
She used to motivate me to go to kickboxing classes, guys. Like she was my coach and everything. And I was like, where do you get this energy from sometimes? Like we had those days, like we just didn't want to do the class. We didn't want to do the punching, but she was in and she was, yeah, you got this. You can do this. I'm like, okay.
And she did great. She did absolutely amazing. Yeah, you had a tremendous journey, and you got more and more confident with your punches. And I remember, it was just amazing. It was a great experience. And I feel that moment of my life was so amazing because it all started going back to the topic of empowerment. It all started because I wanted to empower myself. I was going through a phase in my life, personal phase, and honestly, I just needed to kick a bag. I just needed to go and kick a bag, punch some bags. And it became a whole year of just going to kickboxing, and I just loved it. And the opportunity came to become one of the coaches and then manage the studio. And that was amazing. But I think that the most empowerment I started feeling that space was when I was able to help other people. Like when I had gone through that experience and I saw what it took me to come out of it. And I was having all these people coming in with similar situations or uncomfortable with, their bodies or not happy with their their mindset. And it's really just igniting that human spirit. And it's within you. I mean, it's within you. You just gotta go for it. Grab yourself from your hand and just give it a shot.
Be your own best friend. Like I'm telling you guys, be your own best friend, because being your own best friend will let you grab your hand and take you anywhere you want to go.
Yeah,
Just like you did.
exactly.
And one of the things I did like a lot about the kickboxing was the mindset thing. Like all the coaches were there and you guys were like, yeah, you got this. And the songs, they were like empowerment songs. They would even like tell you like other as the song is going, they're telling you, why did you come in here today? Today's Wednesday for Warriors, today's Wednesday for whatever. And that was so much fun, and that helps you with your mindset at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because when you're constantly going to kickboxing, when you're constantly going to places where you're getting all this motivation in your brain slowly starts to pick up on it, and you find yourself saying it to yourself at any time or random time of the day. It doesn't have to just be in kickboxing class.
Yeah, I think
That's amazing.
one of the things that I did when I was going through that phase, I actually printed a lot of, and this is also part of like finding the way to just empower yourself. I often talk about, I became a spider, and I have this method that when I have people that come to me want some assistance with coaching or through the consulting that we do. Sometimes people, in order to start a project, they need to do some inner work first because they don't even know what they want. Like they know what they want, but they're having a hard time igniting it.
Yeah.
So we actually have a process that we help them with, and it's called the spider web. And it's essentially what I went through. And I saw myself as, a spider that I just needed to just put out there my web and have all my hands, everything I needed to hold myself to be able to, everything that I needed to hold myself to be able to stay strong. Okay. And my web and my that sort of like ideology was thinking, okay, my relationships are important. Exercise is important. What I'm eating is important. What I'm reading, seeing, hearing is important. So I did a lot of inner work. Also my spirit, lifted up my spirit, whether it was going, to a reading or church or a course or something that had to do with workshops about spirituality. I just needed to make sure that those areas were happening. Like I had my relationships were there, my family, the relationship, like even with my dog. Like I just found things that were constantly making me happy, that were empowering me, so that I could feel good. And what I was reading, I was making sure that there were a lot of quotes that, when you start following something, it starts hitting you with the same content. And I was starting to get a lot of like angel numbers or these different quotes. And I remember there were quotes that were just empowering me. It's like, you make the decision that you want to be in a good place, and then everything starts happening. Like things start coming to you.
Yes, guys, that's very important. You have to make the decision to empower yourself to be in a good place in your life, to know where you want to go in life. It's a decision, because I feel like when you think it's just either a belief or something bypassing, you won't be able to complete it the way you want to.
Yeah.
Like it's a decision to change your life. It's a decision to empower yourself. Like for me, today was a decision to empower myself today to come here, even though I've been empowered since last night because I was excited. But yeah, like it's a decision, guys. Like we need to be conscious of our empowerment decisions and what like what makes us thrive from within, which is what you're saying.
Yeah.
And like you went through all these branches. You went through the spiritual branch, the family branch, the health branch,
Yeah.
the mental branch,
Yeah.
in order to get to the place where you are now.
Yeah. And it's when you really truly need to work on that relationship with yourself, when
Mhm.
when maybe you haven't been your best friend,
Mhm.
right? And that
Yeah.
is also valid. I mean, the goal is to feel that you have a really good, at least for me,
Yeah, for me.
yeah, I have really great relationships, and my family, my partner, like I have beautiful friends that I've known since I was 4 years old that are always like checking on me. But the most important relationship that I have to have is with myself. I have to feel that I got me, my best friend. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes there's days that you don't feel quite yourself, and that is, it's also valid. But you gotta, like just the same way that you would go to a friend that is going through something hard, and you find a way to cheer them up. You gotta find the way to cheer yourself up. And I remember these things that I was finding. I print them all up.
Mhm.
I print them and I put them in my mirror.
Mhm.
So I remember there was a phase that you would go to my house. I don't know if you ever went to my house and you went to my actual bathroom. I remember your sister went there. I had all these quotes, all these things and I had a birthday where I had like aloha, sort of like, well, Hawaiian flowers and plants. And I had some leftovers from that. So I put them all around my mirror. So I just make sure that while I was going through that phase, every time that I saw myself in the mirror, I had all these words of affirmation and all this, manifestations. And I had all this, these plants. I love plants. They were artificial, but they were plants. They were green.
They work.
Yeah. So I just had beauty feeding me every morning. Like, there would be times that I wasn't having a great day and I'll be crying, but I'll go there, wash my face, look at the phrases. Okay. And I remember I started like remembering all of them. And there was a moment that if I opened the cabinet to grab whatever was there, a cream, my face wash or whatever, I had another one hidden in the door because I just needed to feed that. And you gotta do what you gotta do, and that's the way that you also empower yourself. When you know yourself better than anyone on this planet. So
Yeah.
it's you just gotta do it. You gotta listen to it.
You have to listen to it. Exactly. You have to find those outlets that work for you at the end of the day, because even though for you it works to do the notes and everything on the mirror, for others sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Or it works for them more like audio wise or something like that. And like for me, sometimes I like to record myself saying like the affirmations, and then I'll listen to it or something like that, because I feel like sometimes you have to spice it up.
Yeah.
But that's what's important. Like find what works for you and empower yourself through it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I love that. I'm glad you did that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That's a great thing. Yeah, because that's what I've been talking about too, that you have to do your declarations in front of the mirror because they're powerful, because you're talking to yourself. Like right there, you're talking to your best friend, and then you're saying the things that your best friend should be telling you.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think it's important also that, sometimes the answers won't come back the same way. Like sometimes you won't have, you will say those affirmations to the mirror, and sometimes they probably won't come as strong as you would want them to have them. And sometimes it's also good to say, I've had days where I'm like, okay, today you feel sad. I understand.
Yes.
Today you feel sad,
Yeah,
and it's okay. And I have, at least one day a month that I know I'm going to be like not in my best mood. That day for me is just, I protect my energy. So that day I stay with myself. I watch a movie. I stay with my dogs, with my partner, or just in the house in my safe space. And I just allow myself to understand that sometimes, as a human,
Mhm.
I need a day to just recover, recap, and the next day always happens, very, very like much so. The very next day, I'm like, okay, let's do it again. No. But I need to make sure that day I just allow myself to
You give
chill.
yourself a space.
I do. There were so many times, especially when I was working in the studio, I felt like I always needed to be there because I wanted to be there for the members, for the staff, for the coaches. I just, I had this sort of thought that, oh no, if I'm not there, yeah. And, it doesn't, like everyone needs the chance to also be able to find their power without
you there.
And that comes with everything, parents and kids, bosses and managers, even partners, like you need to allow every person that you know in your life to find that power, because eventually it's going to it's going to scream for it.
Yeah.
It's going to scream for it. So yeah, I think that it's also important to have moments of recovery and saying, okay, today I'm just going to recover.
Today I'm just gonna recover. Yes. Today I'm just gonna feel sad. Today I just gonna feel anxious. No, I'm just kidding. But that's the truth, guys. That's the truth. Like sometimes we have to have those valid days where we give ourselves the space to feel how we feel. I have a few friends, actually. I have two friends that lost their mom this year.
Oh,
And like you have no idea how much that has saddened me for them. And I'm just like, I couldn't imagine being without my mom. And
Yeah.
I can just imagine how they're feeling. Like it's making me teary. But I hope they know that I would just want to give them a hug right now.
Yeah.
But like it's completely valid to feel sad if you feel sad. Like who wants to be without their mom, you know?
Yeah.
And like at such a young age, because they're my age, like you would never in your mind like think like I'm in my 20s, I'm gonna lose my mom, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's completely valid for you to feel how you feel, because it's an experience in your life that like is coming for you, because you need to grow from it. You need to understand it. You need to progress. Like this is at the end of the day, like it's coming with love, and it's coming from love with God. Like it's happening for a reason at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And like, and that's what I mean. Like if you have those types of experiences in your life, and you think you have to have it together at every moment or every day, you don't, guys. You don't at all. You have to give yourself that space, like even just like to make sure that you are both letting go of that space, letting go properly, and holding on to the good things, so that then you have space for even better things, you know?
And I feel like as an important, I've done a lot of different, I've joined a lot of different workshops of different things. I listen to a lot of different mentors, and from the acting space to the business space to the spiritual space. And one of the things that have come clear to me the past years that I've been really getting into this is, as we come to live the human experience, it comes with emotions, and it comes with emotions. So it's hard to say,
it's hard to tell somebody who's sad, oh, just go empower yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it like that, you're just seeing things from your own perspective. Like you're not even taking the chance to listen to them, nor know why they're feeling or how they're feeling. And like at the end of the day, just kind of being ignorant with their feelings.
Yeah.
Because they have to go through that process and build that emotional intelligence around those emotions for them to come out of it even better.
Yeah, and I think it comes with knowing that it's part of the experience.
It's part of
these emotions. So it's part of coming and understanding that sadness means something to me different probably to you.
Yeah.
Happiness means something different to me than to you. And sometimes that's when there's the miscommunication, understanding when someone is going through something, because you might be like, but why are you sad about this? For the other person, it might be the actual breakthrough. They have to experience sadness so they can experience breakthrough to go through the next level. So every time that, there's an emotion that comes to you that it's negative, which is, there's duality. You must have, in order for you to feel happy, there's moments that you need to feel sad to remember what happiness means.
Yes, exactly.
Right? So when you have those situations, I would say that it's a message. It's something they're telling you. There's moment of growth in every single emotion that we experience. And, to me as an actor, having different emotions sometimes is like case studies. Okay, I'm going through this. I'm feeling this. I can potentially sense, and I become more emotional as I become an actor and really get into like different situations.
Like your characters.
Yeah. And but it's maybe more human. I mean, not more human, but like going through different roles that I've experienced and understanding different situations. I've never given birth to a child, and I've done 3 roles as a mom, and I've had to explore how that feels. Also, I made a movie where the mom was sick and it was scared of losing the kid. And these roles keep coming to me. These roles of a mom that is losing the kid keep on coming to me. And it's something that it's allowing me to experience it through my roles, this feeling that I'm not able to understand from, the front line.
Mhm.
So it's another emotion that it's inviting me to experience, whether it comes in the real life or it comes in any other way. It comes through you, it comes to the person I'm living with, it's meant to teach you something. It's meant for you to grow. Everything that we do in this world, every single thing that happens is for
It's meant
growth.
for us to grow.
So to me, it's like, okay, you're feeling this, or just talking about myself, I'm feeling this. Okay, it sucks. It feels super heavy, but it's here to teach me something, and I'm gonna come out of it very strong. And I've been through here before, and I've come out very strong, and it's gonna happen again. I don't know how long it take this time, but I'm here for it. That's what I signed up to come to this human experience.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I think that's very important to be conscious of too, because I feel sometimes there's so many people that get lost in the journey or lost in the routine, and then they can't understand why they're not happy with their lives, or they don't know how to even just like change their path or take better decisions in their life to change it or feel better or feel happier and all that. It's wow, it's my boy. It's my boy, guys. But you see why I love her? See, she's amazing. But yeah, guys, so
I don't know who's there, but hi.
hello. Por ahí andaba mi hermana. Okay, back to English. So I have one question.
Yes.
Let's do what are your beliefs in general on empowerment? Tell us a little bit.
In general, I think I already touched a little bit of that. I think that, the power is within you.
Mhm.
I believe the power is within me, and if in each one of us. The fact that you don't feel powerful in this particular moment in your life doesn't mean you don't have the capacity to get there. You just gotta put yourself out there and learn. When I felt weak in certain topics, I signed up to a workshop and learned how to do it. Like, hey, I am an actress, I'm a storyteller, I have a production company now, but I've never written a script.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh no, I'm gonna be a failure. I'm gonna be miserable. I'm never gonna be successful. No, you can go learn. We learn to talk and walk and all these basic things, of course, but it's that simple. It's that simple. So if you don't feel strong enough to do something that you know is within you, that you truly want to, and this is really important, that you truly want to learn or be or believe on, go out there and just try it, learn it. From signing up to an Audible or get a book. I particularly don't have like the hunger to devorar, to eat all the books, devour. But I like to listen to them as I am, doing a lot of different other activities. So there was a recent book that I was driving on the highway, and the recent one that I heard was Green Lights from Matthew McConaughey. I really, really loved it. And it taught me a lot through his story. And there's a lot of different other audibles out there, or, courses, workshops, or just sit down with your grandma, or, whatever it is that you want to learn. There's people, resources, material. In 2023, there's a lot of different things that you can go and just learn from. And just in this moment, just, like networking. Ro and I recently started going networking. Ro is my partner and business partner as well. And we started networking for our business. And you learn so much from people.
Yeah.
So much from people. And that's also why we opened Rocco, because we wanted to help people tell their stories, and you can learn a lot from just listening to someone's story. So one of the ways that I would say, find that way to the empowerment is define what it is that you feel weak in what area you feel weak. What is that you want to accomplish? Because it has to yield. It has to yield to it, right?
Yeah.
And then just find the resources to learn it. And once you learn it, it's just within you. Is your creativity, is your own set of skills, your reality. There's always, we are each one of us a whole different universe, but we're all so connected. So the answers will come to you.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
How about we take a little short break on that note and start thinking about your empowering thought of the day? You do. You gotta tell me one. Okay.
I'm out of hope, so lost and afraid. When I'm in the dark and can't seem to find my way. When I'm feeling lonely in the dead of the night, I remember the promise. You will be my light. My light. You will be my light. My light. You will be my light when the sun don't shine. Telling me everything's gonna be alright, alright, alright. You will be my light, yeah, yeah, yeah. I've tried on my own strength, but I just trip and fall. Put my faith in the wrong things. Turns out after all, you're the answer for every problem. You're the grace when I hit the bottom. The lamp unto my feet. Oh Lord, let it shine. You will be my light, my light, my light. You will be my light, my light, my light. You will be my light when the sun don't shine. Telling me everything's gonna be alright, alright, alright. You will be my light, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're the way when my feet can't find it. You're the truth when my head is lying. You're the life when my heart is dying. You will be my light, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're the way when my feet can't find it. You're the truth when my head is lying. You're the life when my heart is dying. You will be my light, my light. You will be my light, my light. Telling me everything's gonna be alright, alright, alright. You will be my light, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello, my beautiful people. So remember, what is your empowering thought of today? Let me know in the comments. And well, in our little short break, we were talking about recovery and grounding, and how being a coach sometimes is it can be challenging, or it can be hard, because simply because we forget to give back to ourselves when we're giving out so much. And actually, that's a topic my boss was touching, the one of, I think, the before last episode, that she had to take some time to recover herself when she was out in one of her business trips and stuff, that she was exhausted out there, and she said, like, wait, I need a pause.
Yeah.
I need to go take a spa day.
Yeah.
I need to go recover. And
Yeah.
I was like, that's so amazing that even my boss realizes that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and it's a good thing to do, because we're still in the age and in society where a lot of our moms are always give, 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 or grandmas, like, they were in give, give, give. And like our parents, our fathers, like, too, like, I need to work, work, work. We said, I need to give, give to my family,
Yeah.
without realizing, like, wait, I need to take a break, maybe
Yeah.
find myself in a better position, whatever it is.
Yeah, and I feel like it's important to note that feeling empowered, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be loud.
Oh yeah.
Because because I feel like there's such a pressure to live to the concept of empowerment that was, given to us,
Mhm.
and we constantly feel that it means,
Yelling.
well, not so much like the level of the voice, but like, you know the strength that comes with embodying someone powerful.
Okay.
You can be very powerful within you, and still take into a phase where, I sleep my 8 hours. I meditate, I am grounded, and I find my inner strength and my empowerment through a more in my center, in my center space. So what I'm trying to say with that is that a lot of people that want to feel that they are powerful within themselves may compare with other people that are really out there being very loud about it, like really
loud and rambunctious.
well, like, and there's no judgment whatsoever, because like I said, we are all different. Like there's different versions of empowerment and happiness and again other
Because
feelings.
different versions of ourselves.
Exactly. So never, I think that some people have a hard time feel powerful within themselves because they're comparing to other people's version of empowerment.
Yeah.
And that can be the quite opposite of being able to reach this state of feeling
Yes.
empowered, because you're always reaching out to see what is your version of empowerment to the person in front of you. And I would just say, like, it's always back within. It's always back with going within yourself and really understanding and listening who you are, what you do. Every time that I feel triggered,
Mhm.
every time that I feel triggered, I try to explore what that is really telling me. And it's another message of things that I need to work on. So the more you listen to yourself, the more you work on your things, the more you own your
Power within.
yeah,
At
exactly.
the end of the day, empowerment is the power within.
It's the power within. It's the power within.
It all comes from in here to come outside empowered. And I'm glad you touched that, because that's where we literally touched on episode 3. Oh no, the emotions, episode 2. And I was saying, like, at the end of the day, empowerment comes from a graceful place, from a harmony place, and that's within,
Yeah.
with your inner peace, with your soul, with who you are inside. And at the end of the day, who we are inside is not some crazy lunatic person. Is our soul is like calm, comes with love, comes with happiness, and that's where you get your empowerment from. Like for me, it's like that. And it's hard to explain it to other people sometimes, because they just don't see it that way yet, because they have, again, inner processes, inner lessons, inner journeys to go through in order to get to that level. Because I did too. At the end of the day, I had to go a whole inner journey to myself to get to where I am, to even become a coach. And that's the thing. Like before, like I see myself now, and then I see myself like 10 years ago, and it's like the place of empowerment that I had here is nothing compared to the place of empowerment that I have today. Because it comes from different beliefs, it comes from a different set of emotions, and a different set of a mindset too. Because remember, our mindset can fluctuate too, because we decide to change it. It's not the same thing me thinking 10 years ago that, oh no, I don't think swimming is going to be good for my health. That's a mindset belief. That's something like, okay, so I'm never going to go swimming. My mindset is, I don't believe swimming works, And it's like, and today if I say, oh, swimming is the best thing you can do for your health, swimming is this, blah, blah, that's another type of belief mindset.
And I think it's also important to know that you're not who you were, but you're not who you're going to be either. Like you're always changing. There's always, and you might question what you're saying right now in 3 years or in a year or in 3 months, like, because we're always being, we're always getting exposed and impacted by different people's stories, situations where you question yourself, you question a belief, and it's okay to question beliefs,
That's
it's okay to question beliefs, because that's how you grow. It's like, okay, I learned this, and he gave me this belief, he gave me this sense of self, and it's not quite working, so I need to question it again to really get there. And it's kind of like they always talk about, the onion sort of like thing, like you need to
peel
the layers to really get to the core.
Like Shrek.
So there you go shout out Shrek. So to me is knowing that it's within you, and it will change. It's ever evolving. And I mean, I'm not who I was a year ago or 3 years ago. I'm sure I'm going to change, but I'm going to keep evolving, because you grow, you die. It's essentially what it is. And I would say that one of the beautiful things about realizing this is that the possibilities are endless. But it's also really important to know that with this freedom of knowing that you can get there, it comes a great responsibility as well.
Great responsibility.
Because the moment you know that you're actually the person that is in charge of your destiny and to give power to yourself, it's the moment that you have to work the hardest. Because, I mean, it's within you, and that's where it's also really important to have a strong support system.
Mhm.
Family, friends. Not everyone is lucky enough to have a great support system through
Yeah.
family, but you can always, have the right friends.
Yeah.
And also, no, it comes with the humility of knowing that everyone is a reflection of what you have inside.
Mhm.
You have family and friends, but they're also mirrors of your own, what you're putting out there.
What are you putting?
So you don't like what you have out there, that's where you have to start. It's not changing them, it's changing yourself.
Yeah.
There's going to be a reflection out there. You are the average of 5 people that is in your life. So which means that if you don't like what you see out there, it's because there's a lot of work to do inside.
Yeah.
And once you realize that, it comes with a huge responsibility to really do the work. And once you get there and you feel that, yes, that empowerment, then you can come and help others. But first is about yourself. And then, just it's also constant. It's also constant. Every time that you have the opportunity to get triggered, don't see it as something that, oh no, this person made me mad again. No, it's like, okay, why am I mad at this? Why is this triggering me?
Yeah,
Why is it
why
something
is
that,
it-
what is it something that there's something here that I gotta work on this. There's something here that I'm missing.
Because at the end of the day, it's not them, it's you. Remember that.
It's information that gets them back. It's like, okay, what else do I need to work on? Okay, well, just walk around and talk to people, and whoever you don't like, find out why, and then that's the work. That's what you gotta do. Yeah.
The one that annoys you the most is where you need to work.
Do it. You need to work the most. Yes.
And I feel like realizing this too, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, here I go again. Kind of, it's not like it frustrates me, but being so conscious of it that whoever I have in my life and I'm attracting into my life is a reflection of who I am or what I need to work on and everything. I'm like, this again. And so I'm like, I gotta work again. So it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of effort to work on yourself when you see, different people coming in and like, I'm going to give the example of my dating life. My dating life is SHIE. Yeah. So I'm like, damn. And that's such an important aspect of your life. And when you keep attracting like the wrong partners, the weird partners, it's like you have to be doing some other type of work in yourself. And it just like with, like we were talking about Kiki Palmer and her misogyny boyfriend. It's like that. Kiki Palmer has some work to do within herself because the types of partners she's attracting to has to do with something in her. And I'm like, so I'm going through that right now. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to keep dating. You know what? I don't want to do it right now. I need to go work on myself so that when I go and start dating again, I attract something better, because I feel like right now I'm fishing catfish. It's gross out there. And I don't even like catfish.
Well, I feel that I can totally agree with you on that, because I had past relationships that were honestly true mirrors of my reflection. Now that I understand that, there was a lot of work that I needed to do within me to be able to have a partner that reflected. I mean, I've always had a partner that reflected who I was. I've always had it.
Any partner.
You always have it, right?
Yeah.
If that relationship's not working, the work is, it's mutual, but it's within you. It starts with you and then with a partner. So, I went through my journey and I worked really hard of really working on myself. And today I'm blessed with an amazing partner. And I see Ro and I'm like, oh, you're amazing. And then at the same time, it's like, cause I am amazing, and I said so like with a lot of humbly, I said it like, and she's watching, just laughing, and I can hear her here. It really is that. It's like she says it the same way. She's like, it's you gotta do the work to attract the person that is gonna teach you the next thing, because we still learn from each other. There's always gonna be something you're gonna learn from your partner. There's always gonna be something that is gonna be there to show you. In this one of these courses that I'm going with Jorge Medina and Alejandra here in the Woodlands, there was a moment that they taught us how when you get married, it really should be a different ceremony. It should be about, I take you as my husband, my wife, and I promise to you that I'll be the version that you need me to be so that you can grow in this lifetime, right?
Yeah.
So you you promise to love the person, but you also promise to be the version that you're required to be to show them what they need to work on.
Yeah.
And I feel that there's so much beauty in that way of seeing it, because it comes with a lot of like understanding of when things are not working out.
Yeah.
It's something that it's starting from
Within.
the source within,
Yeah.
right? And of course then sometimes you have to question if the answer is working it or walking away from it.
Yes.
But it just comes with the work, and all of that is the process of knowing yourself and going through that journey of self-love, and at the end of the day feel that empowerment from within, that it's there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think empowerment, like for me to be able to grow in the relationship aspect, I'm gonna have to empower myself to go through that inner journey, through that side of me, because right now I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. I'm so tired. But no, I'm just kidding. It's not like I'm tired. It's like I'm waiting to see what else will happen, or like I need to get to myself the level to where, okay, I am ready to face this within me.
Yeah.
And that takes empowerment within itself.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like you can't always be ready or to work on something within you if you're not conscious of it.
Yeah.
If you don't know where it's coming from, right? If you don't know how to deal with it, or you don't know who to talk to at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it takes it's a whole different type of empowerment to be able to get there too.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get there. I'll get there. But
Yeah, and I think it comes with that sense of responsibility that I was mentioning earlier, where you know that you don't know,
yeah.
but it's in you to learn, right? So it's like, well, I was never taught this, or the victim style. Oh, well, this is how I grew up in, and my house was different, and like there's people like they keep on blaming their circumstances,
and creating the excuses
and
staying in the past.
And I feel that you have the information,
Yeah.
and you should do something with that information.
Exactly. Like you can't just go out there, look for the information, read it through, know what it is about, but not apply it. Because when you decide to not apply it, is you right there negating the fact that you need to do the work with the information. Like it's you negating the fact that this information can work for you at the end of the day.
Yeah. And I think that also the information is the things that you need to work on, and if you don't know where to start somewhere. Like get therapy, or sign up for a self-love course, or start reading books. I mean, sometimes people go through very hardship situations when it's hard to even think about what to do. And I've been in situations where I've helped friends that have gone through different situations, and I've realized that it doesn't matter how much you love the person, the friend, the family member, you want to help them. It's really within us. You show that you're there for them, and you show them the way, but they gotta take the way. You gotta take the way. And it happened to me too. Like when I was going through.
There's only so much you can tell them.
Yeah, exactly. And also when you're going through it, as a person that goes through it, it's like there's just so much that you can depend on others. Like it's really a decision. And first of all, just knowing that there's going to be a moment that all these things will pass, all these situations will pass, and if it's going to happen, depends on you.
Mm-hmm.
If it's going to happen, depends on you. So even if it's hard in some moments, you just know that it's okay to take your time. It's okay to take your time to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's meant to teach you something. Whatever situation you're going through, it's meant to teach you something. It's happening for a reason. So you just gotta take the steps. Like if the thoughts are heavy and go for a walk. There's moments where I feel, like, okay, I feel heavy today. Okay, shoes off, grounded, feel the sun, and just stay there for 10 minutes and allow yourself to feel grounded and just be one with nature. And we're humans. We connect with nature is a way to also just, but you got to do these things. You got to find what it is. Maybe you're like, oh my God, I will never do that. Well, find what it is that allows you to go back to your center. Maybe is a song, sometimes listening to music from the 70s or 80s gets me back to my groove and yeah, if I'm driving, I'm like, oh, and it was like, I remember when I was a kid, my dad would drive us to school and he would either play the news or he would play 80s or 70s music. And it's a nice happy moment. So I go back to those moments. It's like, okay, I go there and I'm start like feeling that way. So you gotta look for your spider web. You gotta understand what gets you balanced, what gets you there, and go there.
Yeah. What gets you balanced? What helps you decide to go for your empowerment or to change your life?
Yeah.
Define what you want, what you truly want to do with your life, or define what is that voice that's calling at you from within you to go do.
Yeah.
It's not that it's difficult. It's sometimes that we put that voice on such a low volume throughout our lives,
Yeah.
that when it finally has that breakthrough, it has the megaphone, sometimes it's too late.
Yeah.
And sometimes, it actually, though this is a whole other subject, but when you deny that voice, where you don't listen to that voice, your body actually develops sicknesses for you to develop or come out with that voice. I've heard instances over like somebody wanted to be a painter, and they never got to be a painter, and so what that happened in their life was that they got arthritis so bad because they couldn't move their fingers.
Yeah.
Their destiny was to go be an artist and move
Yeah.
their fingers.
Yeah. Same with people that they always wanted to sing that never did, and they start having throat problems because they can sing, and there's a chakra, the energy here is stuck. So it gets there, so it develops a sickness. It happened to me. I was going through challenging moments. I wasn't really speaking what I wanted to speak. I wasn't really saying what I wanted to say, and then I had an issue here, and I had to understand that. I went to doctors and all of that, but at the end of the day, my healer was like, "Is your throat chakra? You're not saying your truth. You're not sharing things that you want to share. You're not speaking what you want to say." So I had to do exercises. I went to a karaoke a lot that moment of my life to really sing it out and say it out, and of course punching the bags. But it was really about just starting to speak my truth. So I just really say what I wanted to say, and do what I wanted to do. And, acting was a big part of it. It was something I always wanted to do. I just wanted to put myself out there, and I just wanted to see what happened. And the moment I started doing all these things that I always wanted to do, the pain left and everything was great. And here's the thing. It's a great thing that you mentioned this, because people should come to peace with the fact that sicknesses are a way that the body expresses how the emotion is stuck. The emotion is stuck, and it has to come out somewhere. It has to come out somewhere. So, if it's something that you've held for ages and ages in your life, and you're going through something as hard as, cancer, perhaps, something like that, it's because there's a very big emotion that it's been there that you haven't spoken about. So go to therapy, find a way to talk to someone that can help you navigate it. Go to the doctor and all that good stuff. Of course, it's important, but it's important to speak it. It's important to understand where the energy got stuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why the sickness is coming, why it's showing up now. Yeah, that's important, guys. Well, guys, this has been a wonderful Empower Hour.
That was the hour? What?
We're like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You know what to do. You know where your empowerment comes from. It's always within. And at the end of the day, it's a decision to empower yourself. It's a decision to go after your dreams. It's a decision to become who you truly want to be. Become the most empowered version of yourself is a decision. And you have testified for that, Andrea.
Thank you.
And I just love today's episode. So what was your empowering fact of the day?
The empowering fact of the day?
Thought.
Fact. You know what? It's funny because you mentioned it, and I actually said that the other day. I closed the door and I was like, okay, it's time to be with my best friend. And I sat down and I was like, because I am my best friend. So that's my powerful thought of the day. I am my best friend.
Your best
Yes.
friend. That's a great one.
Yes.
I love that.
Love it.
I love
Thank you for inviting me. It was a pleasure. I'm so happy to see you doing this. I'm happy to see you touching lives and, bringing empowerment to others, doing it for yourself first, because that's what we do, things for ourselves first, but then to others. And I'm just very happy that people get to listen to all of this and from you. So Keep
It
it
means
up.
so much to me that you were able to
Yes.
come, and that honestly it was a little sign from the universe that it was her who was supposed to be here today. And yeah, Abigail, my executive producer over there, what is your empowering
Shout
thought
out.
of today?
My empowering thought of the day is to not let the hard times get you down and to keep powering through, but let yourself feel the pain if you need to.
There you go.
Nice.
Summarizes what we talked. That's awesome.
And well, my empowering thought of today was I am excited to have this wonderful day and get to see my friend. I think that was the one that got me out there. I was like, oh, today's the day. I'm getting up. I'm going to see my friend. I'm going to do the show with my friend.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, see you guys later. Remember, you can always listen on the radio app and check out my YouTube, get on my Instagram, get on my Facebook, find us. You know where to find her at Andrea Bister or at This Is Droco. Okay. So, yeah, see you guys. Thank
Bye.
you for being here. Bye bye.